Well, here we are again, gentlemen. I'm very excited and honored to talk to you. Where do we start? The last time I interviewed you was 2020, November.
Wow.
Banner year for all of us.
Definitely.
I know a few things have changed. A few things have happened in your life. Some new challenges, some milestones.
Yes.
I don't even know where to start. Are we allowed to mention the biggest one?
Yeah, we are.
Yes, you are.
Okay, good. I know it was announced by People Magazine, but you are officially casados, married.
Yeah.
Así es.
Yeah, don't try to show me up, you two. With this.
That was one of my 2 words, and I'm done.
Yeah, no, we're very happy. We did get married, and a lot of the season's gonna show leading up to that.
Although it wasn't all smooth, there were some struggles, and as a lot of say, I'm a bridezilla, I guess, throughout the season. So you'll be able to see a lot of that.
Yes, so we are going to see this, the brand new season of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, season 3, I believe,
Yes.
returns on Sunday, August 29th on TLC. So of course you're one of our favorites. You're my personal favorite. And and you've been on it since season 1. So people have followed your journey. Oh, you weren't season 1?
No, last year was our first season.
I had no idea. I think I feel emotionally like
I know.
I was so invested.
People. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was in it to win it. Like however many seasons, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna see a lot play out, when it starts. But I guess since we do know that you are married, first of all, is there a Spanish word for bridezilla, or is that just an American thing?
He says, "What does that mean?" When I called him, and I said, I guess it's just an American thing, but he understands it now.
Okay. What was the planning process like for you guys? Because I've never been married, but I heard it's one of the most stressful things you can go through.
Hey, I say this, if we made it through quarantine and planning a wedding, we were meant to be. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. And planning a wedding during the quarantine, during the pandemic.
Absolutely.
I know. Yeah, it was a lot to go through, and especially, joining each other's ideas and trying to figure out what we wanted to do. Especially the guest list was a lot because I'm used to like inviting so many people, and he was more of, let's keep it limited. So in some ways, the cultural aspect played a lot, part of our wedding planning.
Do you guys know my parents eloped because they couldn't agree on a guest list for the wedding? I'm not kidding. It's a sense of contention.
And they're probably still married, right? So
54 years. Can you believe it?
It worked out perfect for them.
It is possible. So who took, Kenny, were you in charge of the planning process?
Oh God, no. It was not me. It was Armando. He took the reins on it. I kind of was the budgeter of the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay.
But he kind of took the reins on what he wanted this, he wanted that. So.
Oh, so you had a vision the whole time?
I did, yeah, for sure.
So the wedding was in Mexico. Is that any different than planning for a wedding here in the United States? Are there different restrictions? Was there a cake tasting?
Yeah, we did all that. We did the cake tasting stuff. One thing that helped me out with the guest list, though, because after he started wanting to invite everybody and their mother and their cousin and their 8th cousin and all that kind of stuff, with COVID and everything, it made us limited, that we had to limit the guest list. So
then you could use that as an excuse.
That was a benefit to him. Yeah.
Yeah. That's in some ways a blessing in disguise, because if you could have, how many people would you probably have had if it was totally open?
Over 150.
He would 150 just on his side. It would have been, it would have been much bigger, but I think it turned out great the way it did. Like I said, we had a lot of building up to it, and some of it was, everything wasn't like smooth sailing. We did have a little bit of back and forth on some things, and some struggles with his family, some with my family as well. There's some things that came out with my family I didn't even realize that people are going to see, that I was surprised about, that I had to deal with more than I thought. But,
you mean during the whole planning process?
Yeah, just everything and things they were feeling as well. So,
yeah. And things were, the season isn't going to only be about our wedding. There's a few other things we're going to be living through, and changes we want to add to our family. So you'll be able to come with us along with, that journey.
Oh my God, you guys, I didn't realize like it could get any more like dramatic. You know, like getting married is big enough. Now there's maybe I didn't realize that adding to the family. I didn't know that was a
There's
thing.
there's a few things like that coming up. And like I always kind of say, we're not the type that throw pots and pans and are constantly yelling at each other, but we have a lot of kind of outside drama that sometimes we feel like it's us against the world, but it's only made us stronger and keeps us pushing forward. So struggles, if they don't kill you, they make you stronger. And we really feel that. So
how do you guys handle when you're in a conflict with each other or an argument? Like, do you know each other well enough where maybe one of you has to leave the room or go vent or?
I'm the type that leaves the room. Like I just need to be alone. But we've from the very beginning kind of said, if we disagree on something, we just have to disagree on it. And we can't let it keep going on or anything like that. So we're pretty good fighters. In a positive way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely in a lot of ways, it's learning from each other. And like something that I did have to learn was him walking away and needing time. I'm usually the kind of, I want to fix it now and at this moment. So it's like, okay, now I know he needs 15 minutes, whatever. And then we just talk it out and go from there.
You have to know yourself well enough too. Like it takes getting in arguments to figure out like, do I need to just have my timeout? Like give myself a timeout?
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow. Well, how are your families doing? Like of course I follow all of you online. Is Hannah still making bows? How is she back in school? What's the latest there?
Yeah, she's still making bows, hannahbows.com. And she's not back in school just yet. COVID, they're not allowing the kids back in school just yet. Still virtual. So I will still have to be a home teacher, which I'm not thrilled about.
I didn't realize that. So it's the three of you. Does she live with you or sometimes?
No,
okay.
Full time.
Oh, wow. And you're homeschooling. I guess I never even realized that was a thing.
I have to.
Yeah, not because he wants to.
Yeah.
We had her in a school when we first moved here, a bilingual school, and then COVID hit a few months after I moved here.
Yeah.
So it's been virtual since then. And then we thought the school year would start, but they're putting it off still with everything going on.
Okay. Yeah. That's hard. That's hard. Shout out to, we read something about how a lot of parents like alcohol purchases over the last year up 300 and something %.
We're putting tequila through the roof.
I just learned that tequila is apparently an upper. Like I guess tequila gives you energy out of all the spirits. I didn't know this.
I actually heard that and I agree.
I feel empowered with this knowledge. I'm gonna have to be a connoisseur. Also, I really love that you guys are so active with her with like arts and crafts. When I see the little drawings and the flower, cardboard cutout things or whatever, it brings me back to my childhood because it's nice to see that people still do that with their families.
Yeah, I'm big on crafts and I enjoy myself, and I love showing it to Hannah and just. I can tell she loves having that time with us and spending that quality time with us. So obviously I try to, push it more and to happen and stuff. So
yeah, no, it's good. It's so sweet. It's like, it's innocent. I miss, childhood innocence. We're all so busy on our devices. When you see someone without a phone now, like actually doing something.
It looks weird.
I know. I know. I'm like, what is this thing they're doing?
Is that a magazine? What is that?
What is that? Are you coloring? I don't get it. How do you feel, Kenny? How long have you lived in Mexico now?
It's almost 2 years.
Oh my gosh. So do you feel like a local yet? How is it feeling for you?
Yeah, no, I've come into my own here really, and I love it. I love the people. I love the weather where we're at. It's just been really amazing. I know a little bit, it seemed like I was a fish out of water when I first came because, I traveled to Mexico here and there, but it was always to, resort towns and things like that. So it took a little bit getting used to, but I totally am on it and I love it. It's wonderful.
And I know
a slower pace of life, which is kind of different for me than back in the States, but I really like it.
Well, and I know your family has recently visited, and how proud are you of all of your kids, like the expanding family?
Yes. Yeah, that was one thing too that you're gonna see in the show coming up as well, is that I've had some struggles with missing my family and homesick, and COVID hasn't helped because people aren't traveling and worried about being on a plane for that long because it's many hours to come on the plane. But yeah, they were recently here, which was great, and my daughter Cassie is going to be having a baby soon, so I'm going to be a grandpa of 2. So I'm very excited about that. But it's also bittersweet too, because I'm not there every day living it with her and living it with my family. And that has been a little bit of a issue for me over the last year.
That's hard for anyone, and especially when you're out of country. So but I love when you do get together, like, it's just so beautiful seeing the combining of families and cultures and where this crazy life takes us, like you have one big family now.
Yes, we do.
We sure do. And I with Kenny share what he feels, and I know how attached he was to Cooper, his first grandson, when he moved here. And I just imagine the struggle it is for him to know that he's going to have another grandchild, or we are, because actually Cooper calls me Pop. So I think I'm the youngest.
Here's the youngest grandfather in the world, I think.
No, but even Cooper, like, I wish he lived by us. I wish, I've met him obviously at our wedding, and he was just a delight, just the sweetest boy. So I wish they were closer, but unfortunately we do live far away. And I have tested Kenny on whether he'd want to move back, because many times, and some of this also you'll see on the season, I was worried and concerned that he did want to move back, but he's still here. So
Armando is a critical overthinker. And he's the first to admit it. He sometimes he goes to the worst case scenario of things.
Oh my God, we're soul sisters. I get
it. And actually that plays a part too in the new season, because there's some things that get miscommunicated, and we have to work some things out with that as well.
That's so hard, especially when your whole life you don't even know you're thinking a certain way. It just kind of happens. Like someone could say, "How are you?" And I'd be like, do I look shit today? Oops, sorry. I'll bleep that out. But I'll read into it, and I'm like, what am I doing? They were just saying hello, like.
I know. I feel you on that part a little bit, but he does that. But it's every little thing, that is a thing too. He makes something very small, very big.
Well, not only that, but I know that, like, I can just imagine, I guess, him moving here and leaving his whole family behind, that he'd want to go back. So sometimes I still kind of think about, what he truly feels and what he doesn't tell me.
Yeah. Well, it's good. Like you have to put yourself in your partner's position, and then just have that communication that you guys do. Let him take his walk. You might need to take a walk too. And then you come back in a cooler state. Yeah. It's hard to do though. It takes practice. Also, I love that you guys are on Pillow Talk now.
Oh, yeah. We've really had fun doing that. We're not going to be on during our season. You kind of don't do both at the same time, but we've had so much fun leading up to our season doing it. It's been a blast. And one thing I've kind of found out, because like last season, we've had so many struggles. We dealt with a lot of heavy subjects. I think it kind of showed a different side of our personality, which is cool, I think, for people to see.
Yeah, because during the season, Kenny, or I guess both of us, but mostly Kenny, was like, he's always crying. Well, now you're able to see, him laughing, having fun, and how funny he actually is, because that's actually one of the things that attracted me to him. And especially, I was living hard times in my life, so just meeting him and seeing how much he made me laugh. And I think you see a lot of that on Pillow Talk as well. Just how the things he's quick-witted, so that I love.
And also, we love to see your PJs. Like, people love to see what are they wearing and snacking on while they watch TV. That's what we all do.
Yeah. True. It's getting bigger and bigger, but Sandy's a comedian too, so we need to do some show together sometime.
Did you? Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that. That made me very excited to even think about. I'm all about it. And I also love how interactive you are with your fans, with your friends. You guys are on it online, and it's hard to keep up with everything, but you're always commenting back and posting, and I just love how interactive you are with everyone.
One thing is we really appreciate, because we have had over the last year and a half, we've had some really positive feedback, better than we ever thought we were going to receive. And being the first, male gay couple out there on 90 Day, we didn't know what to expect. And we have been really blessed, and we've had so much support, and it does not get taken for granted from us. And we really appreciate it. So we try to really interact with these people, because they take a lot of their time to talk with us. So we really try.
Yeah. Sometimes I even get like long messages, and I feel bad, not to respond. And I wish I could respond to everybody, but you can't get to everyone. But just like Kenny says, it's actually been humbling to have the support we've had from the viewers and from everybody, and to showcase our life story and know that we have that support, and that we've also through it changed people's minds. Because
is it safe to say that majority of the support has been positive, or feedback, shall I say?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's been a good 95% positive for us. And like Armando just touched on, we said when we were thinking about coming on the show, if we want to do something like this and putting our lives out there, we really thought, if we could change and open one person's eyes to thinking a little bit differently, and see that love is just love, and we're just another couple just trying to make it in the world as a couple and traveling down a road together, that we've done something good. And we've had so much positive feedback from people that, parents that now accept their children, they saw it a different way and hope their son or their daughter finds love now. And or teenagers or young people reached out to us that helped them coming out, and they saw Armando's coming out process. And it's not always easy, but it's always better on the other side.
Yeah. And how it must be so cool to just know, like, you're not alone. You're never alone, but sometimes it takes putting yourself out there to reveal how many other people are going through exactly what you're going through or have gone through.
Yeah. Sure. And it is also because of these reasons that we decided to do another season and continue to share our life story, because we know we're helping people along the way. So that's, again, humbling.
One thing I want to say is, we had someone reached out to me one time, like when we were struggling to get our marriage license. And they said, why are you fighting that? Just go to someplace else and get married. But they kind of were like mad at us for like trying to fight the system. And I'm like, if people just sat on their hands, America and all the other countries that progress, nothing would be moving forward. And so progression only happens when you put yourself out there. And that's what we decided to do.
There, you were proactive, which is hard. You took the hard route.
Yeah, but it's not just about us. Sometimes it is about who's going to come, the next person that's going to walk in that office trying to get married, and hopefully it'll be easier for the next person.
Yeah, I hope so too. And I think it will be. And thank you for continuing to share. If people want to follow you two online, what is the best place or way to do that?
Instagram is where we do most of it. And I'm Kenneth _90 Day.
And I'm Armando _90 Day. Follow us.
Yeah.
I will be following every adventure, and I'm so excited to see this season unfold with, of course, leading up to the big day and all the new things that are happening in your life. And I'm just so happy. I love you so much, and I'm proud of you as always. Yeah. 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way Season 3 happening on Sunday the 29th on TLC. And just keep up with my boys, everyone. I'm proud to support you in everything you do.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.